Hello, companions. Welcome to the 2024 Companion Town Hall and Awards Show.
That's right. Well, Rebecca, before we begin, I'd like to just jump in with one thought. In fact, no, I'm going to have two thoughts. The first thought is Happy Chinese New Year. One reason why I was late to um, the session here is because I had a red tie on, and then I didn't really like the red tie, bow tie,
Ooh.
and then I went for the red long tie. Don't know if I love the red long tie, and I thought, you know what? Why don't we just go black tuxedo,
Solid black tie.
standard. Yeah, tuxedo. So that's the first thing. Happy Chinese New Year. Did I
Happy
say it's Happy
Chinese New
Chinese
Year.
New Year? Yeah, Chinese
Yeah.
New Year to everyone. And then the other thing I wanted to kick off before we got into the awards and to the community and all those kind of things is that, I think one thing that was really profound and interesting for me, at least, seeing on our Discord, was all the conversation this week around teachers, amazing teachers. You might be afraid of math or sciences or this or that, and they're able to, a great teacher is really able to just bring magic. It really is like magic out. So much so that as I was reading, all of the responses, I missed my bus stop. That was very annoying. And just increased my travel time by 10 minutes, but that was fine. That's fine. So I would just say, in general, that the Discord is so wonderful and so lovely, the community there. If you have a teacher, if you shared a story about one of the teachers, please please just email them, call them, maybe visit them. Maybe they're retired, and just let them know how much they influenced you. Now that we know, how much they've influenced you.
I
I
like
don't
it.
know. What do you think about that, Tommy, Rebecca?
I love that. I think that's great. I think it's a really important thing to do. I think it'd be really good.
Yeah, and it doesn't
Absolutely.
have to be a school teacher, right? It could be someone, a coach. It could be a community center person that taught you something. It could be a mentor. Yeah, just let them know. Let them know. All right.
For sure.
Should we get into the community update and town hall?
Yeah, I think we should just dive into it.
That's
Let's.
it, right? There's nothing else to talk about. All right.
I have no idea what's about to happen in this next section, by the way. With the updates, everybody out there, I intentionally have no idea. I'm finding out with you what these updates are, so I'm excited.
Rebecca doesn't know. You don't know. Tommy and Lawrence know.
Tommy Lawrence, no, I don't know.
That's what it is. That's what's going on.
It's
Okay.
my legitimate reaction to whatever's
That's right.
about
And
to
if you have
happen.
any questions, I guess you drop them into the comments, right, Rebecca? You'll be
Yes.
able to pull them up. And if
We've
people are
got
just
some
saying,
wonderful comments about our attire at this point, so
"Oh yeah," I mean, this is the award show. I'm assuming everyone came dressed, right?
yeah,
This,
you better be.
yeah.
You could pull a John Billingsley if you really want to, though, it's
I
fine.
mean, I don't. Maybe I'm wearing pants. Maybe I'm not. Who knows?
You're never gonna know.
All right. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about some YouTube data because we're nerds.
Nerd alert!
I think a lot of you work in the sciences. Maybe you're fascinated by this kind of thing. And so let's explore what's been going on the companion YouTube channel. And we haven't been like that active with it up until maybe like about like what, 5 months ago?
Mhm.
Something like that, 5 months ago. Okay. So Rebecca, this is an easy one. What do you think is our most viewed video over the last year?
I'm pretty sure it's some sort of Richard Dean Anderson video.
It is a
Guaranteed.
Richard Dean, yeah.
Who
Yeah.
knew people liked hearing about that guy?
Yeah, weird.
It is. It's a Richard Dean Anderson MacGyver versus Stargate. And what's weird is it's the clip. It's not actually the full video, which we did actually release.
These thumbnails have been crazy to make. It's a real don't hate the player, hate the game kind of thing. It's not the
Yeah.
sort of thumbnails I'd like to be making, but it's they do the job.
Yeah. Okay. No
It's about
surprise there.
awareness, right? It's about getting people introduced to the companion. So it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay. Rebecca, what do you think? What do you think is our most viewed short, like a YouTube short?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I know what I mean, it's probably like Chris or Rick or somebody like that. I really, it'd be cool if it was like something Marina said in her interview because She was super entertaining during that and had a lot of like sound bites. But I have no idea. Those are probably my 3 guesses.
Well, it is of one of the stars. It is of Amanda
Oh, it's
Tapping.
Amanda.
It's Amanda, but it's not the kind of clip you think it is. It is actually the Stargate
The
AI
AI one, yeah.
promotional video. That's right. A 2-year-old promotional video, still doing the rounds. People loving it. You know, it wasn't like a video about mental health. It wasn't a video about uplifting women in film and television. It was about, hey, why don't you check out Stargate AI 2?
It turns out people like hearing from Amanda. You know, who knew?
About anything. About anything.
I think we all knew that. Yeah. All of us definitely knew that. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, what time do you watch us on YouTube? This was a slide that took me half an hour to make, painstakingly. So.
It looks great.
And yeah, so surprisingly, it is, between that 6 p.m. and about 10 p.m., except for Friday, where people love watching us 11 p.m. to midnight. That's a interesting hour. Now, Tommy informed me that this is the UK time. So
Mhm.
really, it probably means there's people in California, there's people in New York. The US is the biggest, kind of country that watches us, and so you're probably just watching us, at work, you know. But for those of you in the UK, which is our second biggest audience, and then Western Europe is also very popular, you're watching us on date night. So thank you so much for bringing your husbands and wives or girlfriends and boyfriends or anything and watching the companion in the background while you make love.
Oh my.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we were talking about geography here, and 4th place is Australia, and 5th place is Germany, and you are only 65 views apart. So if everyone here from Germany tells 5 or 10 of their friends, hey, maybe you should check out the companion, you could take that coveted 4th spot. You don't get a medal. But yeah, you make it into 4th, and I'd appreciate that. You expect that, Rebecca?
What, 5th for Germany?
Yeah, Germany. Yeah, and Australia. See, I didn't think
Yes.
Australia because our live streams, people, it's so early for people. I appreciate that people are watching clips and things like that too, but
Mhm.
it's really tough for them, out there.
I've definitely what is it? Either a green room or a social hour, somebody from Australia calling in from the beach at sunrise.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was I was a little jealous, I'm not gonna lie. That's a wonderful place to be watching us.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay. I think you should subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Only 15.2% of you are actually hitting that subscribe button. I don't actually have how many people have hit the notification bell, but I'm assuming it's even way lower. So yeah, you should maybe subscribe to us on YouTube. That's a free way of following us. And companion women watch us 29% longer than companion men.
There you go.
Is that actually what's happening, Tommy? Or is it actually men just watch our videos at 1.5 speed? And technically they're watching more, but shorter.
No, I think it would be when they click on what part of the video they click off that. Yeah.
Is that how that analytics works?
Yeah.
Tommy, do you watch videos at 1.5 speed?
No, never. I'm a 1x man.
Thank you, Tommy. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the change of the pitch and stuff that I can't deal with so well, and it's too quick. I mean,
how can you get in?
I speak very quickly anyway, so I think anyone watching me on 1.5x would have a really hard time.
Lawrence, what is the highest speed that you have watched or listened to something at?
I watch a lot of videos on review at 2x. If I'm trying to take in information, it will be 1.5x. And lately, if I want to savor something, it's 1.2x. 1x is just a little bit too slow.
Savor it at 1.2.
Yeah.
I think the amount of time I spend editing and counting things out for edits to get pacing right, I think the idea of anyone watching it quicker than like the editor intended upsets me a little bit.
That may be why it hurts my soul too, Tommy. That may be why it hurts. Yeah.
Well, when I was in high school, this is like back in 1998, 1999 kind of era, there was an MP3 player called Winamp. Not sure if any of you knew about Winamp or anything.
I know Winamp, yeah.
Like the precursor to iTunes. It really whips the llama's ass, I think is their tagline. And they allowed you to have a plugin where you can speed up music and slow down music. And honestly, I think we only listened to like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys at 2x or 3x. So when I hear just like bye 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 normally, it's like why are they playing a ballad? This is like so weird.
Oh my God.
Because we had the Eurodance version.
There's a famous version of the Jolene song by Dolly Parton that's like slowed down, but to like 60% of like the normal speed. It's called Slow Ass Jolene. And it makes it so much sadder and more heartbreaking when you like hear it that way. It's brilliant. I highly recommend you check it out.
That's
Slow
right.
Ass Jolene.
That's right. I mean, clearly the artists, the filmmaker, the producers, they don't know what speed you're supposed to be listening to. So you either go 60% or you go 120%. Minimum. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, that's like the YouTube stuff, which included members and non-members. So now we're going to go to our members. This is for you, members.
Yay.
All right. And let's see. What's the first piece? What is the most popular live? Tommy, do you even know what our most popular live stream is?
I think I helped review the numbers, but I actually can't remember.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Yeah.
My guess would be, and again, this is a very educated guess because I think I actually looked it up. But my guess would be the celebration, Stargate celebration.
Yeah, interesting. Rebecca, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with celebration too, because I remember like keeping an eye on those numbers as we were.
It is.
As we were rolling. Yeah.
Right. The Stargate celebration. It was the multi-channel collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most popular live stream.
And that's not even adding all of them together. That's just on the companion.
That's just the companions. That's right. Yeah. That's right. So it's definitely the most popular overall. Now, so that was like live. Okay. What's the second most popular live stream, but watched live? So for example, we had a lot of people in the Discord saying, oh, I can't make it, right? I'll watch it later. Is it available later? Of course it's available later. What's the second most popular live stream watched live?
Watched live.
Watched live, not watched later.
I remember the answer to this one, so I'll...
Okay. Yeah. What do you think, Rebecca?
I don't know. Either one of the AIs or Amanda, like Mental Health Part 1.
Well, it won't be an AI because it wasn't last year. But yes, it is Embracing Mental Health as a Fandom Part 1. Yeah, not Part 3 from a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I guess. Not Part 2, which is where we learned about the helped, hug, and heard.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Part 1.
Part 1. The OG, the original.
There you go.
These have been like the best new thing on the companion for me, the Embracing Mental Health as a Fandom. I think it's brilliant.
And the second most popular live stream watched later was the companion holiday special. I have a feeling I got these slides wrong or something weird has happened. I hope I didn't get it wrong. Did I get it wrong? I did. I did get it wrong. No, I didn't. That was good. Sorry. Technical.
That is the second most popular.
I must have deleted a slide or something. Okay, yes. But it's a companion holiday special.
I love that so much. It was all about the sock puppets. It was all like,
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. So you're saying people just like reviewed it on their phone and then they got their iPad out and they got their laptop out and then they went to their work to have like another account going?
Yeah.
Just to put those numbers up.
Yeah. You got to rewatch it too, keep it going.
Yeah. Okay. And
that was a really fun live stream though. It was just generally really fun to do. So I'm glad.
And the least popular is this event, the Companion Town Hall.
I was like,
yeah, that's right.
That's okay.
All right. And some of our most read articles, the oral history of the Stargate episode Ripple Effect. Ooh. It was told by Terrell Rothery, Joseph Malazzi, Vince Coates, and Peter Bonaris. Nice. Yeah, people love that Ripple Effect. It wasn't our oral history of Window of Opportunity or anything like that. It was Ripple Effect. Why do people like Ripple Effect so much? That's interesting.
Well, I mean, Janet does get to come back for that, so
She
that's
does get to come
kind of
back.
nice. Yeah, yeah.
Quantum Leap final episode. It was a little weird, I guess, when it was broadcast, or just it still is. This is the old Quantum Leap, not the current one. And then the Psychosis of Philip K. Dick. It was written by one of the UK's top and most respected psychiatrists. We changed his name in the article to protect his identity for the nature of this of the article. Yeah, that was like early days when we were trying to experiment a little bit and do some unique articles. Dune's Baron Harkonnen and Queer Menace.
That one's no surprise because that one has like been super popular the entire time, right?
All the time. It's just like that steady workhorse that's just going along the whole time. And then a Sanctuary interview with creator Damien Kindler. Yeah.
All you Sanctuary people out there.
Yeah.
Is it just been you reading the article over and over?
It's just me over and over and over again. Yep.
So yeah, if you're new to the companion, I know there's a couple of new members. We have like 100, 150 long form articles. I think everything's at least 2,000 words long. So when you read us on the toilet, you're gonna straddle in for 15 minutes. I know what you do. Some of them longer, like Oral History of Episode, Ripple Effect, because there's so many interviews in it, I guess. That's not
if you want to read Dune's Baron Harkonnen and Queer Menace on the toilet, you could listen to it on the toilet and I will read it to you. So
that's right. There's a podcast audio version available.
Yep.
All right, let's move on from the toilet. And we've been able to raise over $30,000 for various charities this year. Mental health being one of the bigger ones, but obviously the Hollywood Food Coalition as well, and the Maui fires for wildfire relief. So that's been really cool. That's awesome. And that's only really we started doing this charity thing since like June 2023. We used to do like a little bit here or there, but we started really focusing on that, since Embracing Mental Health Part 1. So that's been awesome. And Discord. Discord's the last one. This is going to be interesting. Rebecca, are people even liking the stats right now? I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
You're into it? Okay. Yeah. Or have we lost 3/4 of the members?
No, the comments are great. They're great.
I noticed the eyeball in this right here. They're just dropping. It's just going from 70s to 60s, and
it's gone up before it went down.
We'll get to 50 soon. Don't worry. All right, we are a happy community. These are the 5 most used emojis on Discord. The top one being just the simple smiley face. The second one being the, I guess, rolling on the floor laughing, but head tilt. We've got the head. The head, the smile, but with your mouth open,
smile,
like, does that make sense? Then you've got the rolling on the floor emoji, but straight, not head tilt, so you're going from this to like that. You guys are rolling. And then you've got the 12%, with your big mouth open, but you've got like squinty Asian eyes going. So I could do that for you guys. Because and it's okay. It's on Chinese New Year. So don't. So I've cleared it with the Asian board.
There you go.
On that. Yeah. And these 5 emojis have been used 2,547 times. And that's not even including, when you give somebody a little heart or a love.
I was about to ask that clarifying.
It's not that. This is like typing out. So I wonder what it is. I guess it's just we're lazy, right? When we do a little happy face. That's like an easy, like one hand, like choo choo. Kind of thing. Yeah.
Zelda says, I demand a Lawrence describes every single emoji program. So,
yeah. I could do that. We could do that, like a rocket, like this. Like that. So we'll do that next time. Yeah. Okay. That'll just be a whole show on that. All right. And the top 6, what we like to talk about, really just the channels. Free chat, by far the most popular channel. because you can talk about anything, I guess, right?
That's sense making. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, just no restrictions. The companion. So, maybe when Rebecca or Tommy make a big announcement, everyone gets really excited and they talk about things in the old companion channel. So we always welcome that. Don't worry, we have pretty loose rules in Discord.
Oh yeah.
Welcome. I love to see welcome being third, actually. That's awesome because, whenever someone comes in, I tend to ask them like, hey, what kind of shows do you like? Where are you from? All that kind of stuff. And so many lovely people, always give a wave of a hello and welcomes everyone else in. So that's the kind of community that I'm here for. I'm surprised film and TV, because I kind of feel like we don't talk about film and TV a lot at the companion, even though we're like this sci-fi geek fantasy kind of thing. We talk about mental health and we talk about journaling and we talk about, I don't know, recipes and stuff like that. Film and TV is not really a topic for us. So weird. Fourth biggest. You guys surprised by that? In fact, it's bigger than peer support. I think that's where I found.
So peer support though didn't exist until after part 2 of embracing mental health.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's a longevity.
It got created around that time. I feel like that's probably why.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens come next year. How these change. But no, I love seeing the peer support the most. It's actually incredible as a channel. So thank you to everyone. Being vulnerable and open in that channel, and then for everyone else to being able to be so supportive in that channel. It's been awesome.
We have a question. How do we find the companion on Discord?
You can go to our website, www.thecompanion.app, and there'll, like in the top menu, there'll be a Discord link. You just click that, boom, and you are in it. Not sure if we have the URL available or anything like that, but
probably it might be in the video description too. I'm not sure.
It might be that. In most of our video descriptions, they are in there as well. So you can do that. And of course, our furry companions. This is just in social hour, by the way, not counting how many times someone has posted an animal in Discord. I believe Sophie, as an example, posted her cat, eagerly waiting our award show tonight. And so this is an estimated guess, but I believe it was 91 pet sightings during our social hour. Yeah.
We welcome it.
We will.
I like the cat that looks like it's giving Joe Malozzi a kiss on the cheek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then the last stat is coffee. We talk about coffee a lot. We all drink a lot of coffee. What do you think? How much coffee do you think we drink, Tommy and Rebecca?
I don't know.
It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot. And I did parse out like, oh, this is Chulakian hot chocolate. Doesn't count. Oh, that mug looks like there's a little tea bag in it. Throw it out. Doesn't count. And then also I DM'd many of our members and asked them what their coffee habits were. So this is actually a pretty scientific formula of like how that thing actually took me like 2 days to figure out. So how much coffee? Any guesses?
And what measurement are we talking? Are we talking
whatever
cups?
you'd like?
We're talking.
Okay, I'll just reveal it because it's too hard. We drank 294 million milliliters as a companion members, or 10 million ounces, or the equivalent of about 3.6 swimming pools of coffee. That's what I roughly think our companion members have drank.
It's always swimming pools, isn't it? It's always the swimming pool measurement.
I mean, could you imagine if we were all just at like a Vegas swimming pool, and as we were swimming, we're just like, we would have to drink a lot of that swimming pool, and then they got to fill it up, and then
that would be a hot swimming pool. That's thanks,
yeah.
Mara. That's unless it's cold brew.
That is the town hall. We're done. We did it. Amazing.
Everybody. It's been great. No, I'm kidding.
Amazing episode. But we did obviously promise everyone that we were also going to be doing an awards show. Is that right? So Rebecca.
Yes.
Unless if there's any questions on the town hall or anything else, we can just move on to the companion awards, the first ever. All right.
I love dancing to that little
Yeah.
beat. It's great.
We're all in the background every time it comes
Yeah.
up, you know?
Tommy's a big awards guy. He's like one of those like Oscar research. What are the trends? What like the current thinking of potentially, you know, conspiracy theory of the Oscars kind of guy. So Tommy, I'm going to have you introduce everyone to the Companion Awards.
My pleasure. So welcome to the first ever Companion Awards. We comb through all of the films, shows, and internet memes from 2023 and hand out 6 Stargate-themed awards for 6 pop culture iconic moments that deserve another celebratory shout-out.
Yeah.
Now would be a good time as well.
Yes.
This is an award show. Major spoiler warning. Okay, so you may want to mute occasionally here or there because we're gonna go hard cut deep on some of these things. If you've seen them though, debate it in the comments as well. This is an open and free area. So if you are sensitive to spoilers, I bid you good night and go watch some movies or something.
Come back in about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes for the mailbag. Yeah.
It won't be that bad, but we are going to talk
It's not
about
too
some
spoiler heavy. It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. But the other thing is, one of the reasons why we wanted to do this award show is to not really give out awards, although I'm pretty sure if you are an actor or an actress and you end up winning, you're going to want to keep our trophy. It's because we wanted to inspire and just give other companion members, you know, some ideas of what to watch and,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of thing. So some recommendations, basically.
Mhm.
All right. So our first award. The Just Because My Reproductive Organs Are on the Inside award. It goes to the best prequel, sequel, spin-off, or re-release of 2023. All right.
There were a lot of them too.
I think you're going to see how these award shows are going to go very quickly.
Very quickly. Very, very.
We had a lot of fun coming up with these names and categories. this isn't.
That's the show.
You know,
that is the
typical
show.
award show.
The whole
That
point.
is the show. All right. Well, the first nomination is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Obviously a sequel and obviously I don't know if you want to call it a spin-off, and in a larger world of you know, very famous IP and you know, and Inside the Spider-Verse. Is that the first one? Is that what it's called? Inside the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. Phenomenal film. Tommy, tell me a little bit about how you feel about Across the Spider-Verse.
I absolutely adore this film. I think the animation styles is like such a clever way to introduce all these different characters, and I think it's just great for nostalgic fans of old animation styles in general. You just don't see that in Hollywood anymore. So yeah, for that technical reason, I think it's great, but it also just has like heart. It has like a great story, a really great cast. I was a little frustrated at the end of the film because it's a part one, and I don't know. I get a bit frustrated with part one sometimes when it doesn't feel like a finished story. But this film's just brilliant. It's gorgeous as well.
Yeah, I was speaking to my brother about it because I think my brother and I were both really, really pushing for, you know, potentially this one to win. And he was saying how if you liked Into the Spider-Verse and how you thought, wow, it was amazing. And, you know, I can't believe they were able to do this or that. Across the Spider-Verse is like, oh, you like not only did that, but you like just went another level. So yeah. But
I mean,
but
there was talks around it being nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars rather than just Best Animated. I think only 3 films have been nominated for Best Picture before: Beauty and the Beast, Up, and Toy Story 3. I want to say are the only 3 that were Best Picture nominated animated films. But yeah, excellent.
Do you think if Up actually just cut the film up differently and just like stopped at 20 minutes, it actually would have won Best Picture, but then probably wouldn't qualify for feature length? That's the problem.
Yeah, it wouldn't qualify. But People always talk about, rightly so, how good the beginning of that film is, but the rest of Up is also really good. It's also probably the best score of any.
I know what you mean, but it's really just the 20 minutes.
Rip your heart out, man. Like, oh my gosh.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah. Okay. And now how these award shows are going to go, really what it is this means that this didn't win, okay? But it was a runner-up. It was nominated by us, okay?
Yep.
So the next one, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I enjoyed that. When did I watch it? I watched over the winter holiday break, I think. That's when I watched it.
Yep.
Decent entry into the Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I think I
catalog.
said I was underwhelmed, but like we all said, it was better than Crystal Skull. So
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's a good
I liked
movie. It's got a lot to live up to in terms of like those first three films are like just phenomenal. And don't sleep on Temple of Doom either, because it's a lot better than you remember it. I always find every time I rewatch it, I'm like, oh, this is way better than I thought. But it's got a great John Williams score, and Harrison Ford's great in it. Phoebe Waller-Bridge excellent in it. There's a lot to really like in here. A lot of it doesn't kind of work for me, but there is really a lot to enjoy in it, I thought.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun film. It's not quite Across the Spider-Verse, but it's a fun film. This is a big one. This was a talk about, John Wick Chapter 4, right? People love this series. What we didn't even get nominated here is The Continental, right? Which is a series that is a prequel set in the same world. So it was a very busy John Wick world, John Wick year this year, 2023. Yeah, Tommy, what do you think? What made John Wick great, but then not quite make the cut to win this category?
I think it's a symptom of, especially this category, which is about sequels, prequels, things in a universe, is that it's not quite, it doesn't live up to the others in it, and it's similar with Indiana Jones. But 1 and 3 in particular are just like phenomenal films that kind of came out of nowhere, create this crazy universe and crazy lore, and I think John Wick Chapter 4 does build on that quite well. But it also answers a lot of questions, and a lot of the fun of John Wick is kind of just like asking the questions and like, oh, there's another, you turn a corner and there's this whole other world, like other sides of this universe, and it kind of like closed a lot of those chapters, which is fine. But so yeah, I think it's kind of a little bit sad in that regard. But the action in it's like phenomenal, and yeah, it's a fine film. It's just not as good as 1 and 3 in my opinion.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, let's see what the next nomination is. It is Saw 10, and none of us watched this one, but we might. But look, if there's gonna be 10 sequels of something, they're doing something right.
I spend enough time on social media and have enough friends who are massive fans of the Saw series that they really, everybody was really on board this particular installation of the Saw series. So I felt it had to be included.
Yeah. All right. And then moving on, Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. Fantastic, right? I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, excellent. 2, maybe a little bit less good to it. I still enjoyed it. Ben Browder was in it. Holla at Ben Browder. I don't know why I just said that.
He's only in it as well because James Gunn is such a huge fan of Farscape.
Yeah.
Which is kind of evident by all the Guardians films, because they kind of just feel a bit Farscape-y with like a Marvel budget.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, and then they came back strong. Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, just what a whirlwind of a film, So you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, definitely watch it. Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's a real return. After 2, I was worried because the first one was written by James Gunn and Nicole Perlman, and then the second one is just James Gunn. And I thought, oh wow, maybe he's lost the magic a little bit. It felt like a good character film, the second one, but the plot, there wasn't really much plot in the second one. It was very much just character kind of pastiches of everyone. And then the third one, I was, wow, what a return to form. It might even be better than the first for me. It was, like people have said in the comments, very emotional. but great action set pieces, very funny, like a really, really good film.
Rebecca, what did you think?
I mean, the like Soma Bruft, the comment that I put up there, I just very emotional. Was not expecting to be so emotional at Guardians of the Galaxy. Basically, that's all I have to add to Tommy's wonderful review.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 does not win this
Not the winner.
category. And the Internal Organs Award goes to it goes to Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. The big debate for me and Tommy was, well, this is also a Part 1. And I'm going to be speaking for Tommy now. He says, but it feels more complete as a movie. I kind of know what you mean. They set some things up, but it was expensive. This movie is expensive.
I mean, this film could have won just for Tom Cruise jumping off a mountain on a motorbike.
that was the
Which he
big
actually did in real
conversation.
life multiple
Yeah,
times.
that was a half-hour debate. Maybe the movie doesn't win, and actually, it's just
just
that
that
scene
scene.
that went viral. Or I don't even know if that went viral. They probably just put a lot of money into the marketing.
Yeah.
You know.
The thing about Mission Impossible is somehow, I don't know how they do it, each new one is somehow better than the last one. And every time you think, well, that's the peak now. It's not going to get any better than that. And yeah, every time I'm just blown away by like the set pieces, like the heart and the story within them as well. And I don't know, like Tom Cruise is, aside from a lot of questionable things about his personal life, he's just saving Hollywood. He's just doing things that Hollywood don't do anymore and should be still doing. And I think it should be applauded and celebrated. So I absolutely love this film.
Yeah, I know what you mean. This film, it added a layer of complexity, I think, that just made you confused as well. Like really feeling like what Tom Cruise's character Ethan is kind of feeling at the same time. And it's really relevant in terms of, I suppose you want to call the villain, or this, what they're kind of chasing and fighting after. So really curious how part 2, I don't even know if it's going to be called a part 2, right? I think they're just calling it now a different name. Yeah. And that was one other reason why I thought, all right, it's not really Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 anymore, is it? No, this will just be Dead Reckoning, and the next one will be like, I don't know, The Cloud,
whatever else. Yeah.
yeah, Microsoft. That's what it'll be called. Okay. So yeah, that was the winner of that first category.
There you go.
Should we move up? Should we move up? Move on to the next category? Let's do it.
This is the You Blow Up One Sun and Suddenly Everyone Expects You to Walk on Water award. And this is for the best thing to blow up in 2023. And I think before Lawrence even puts this first nominee up, it's kind of obvious. I think we all expect this one to be in this category, right, Tommy?
Yeah, I thought he was going to win, but
No,
it's
I
been an
had to
intense
veto
week
it.
of debates.
It was too obvious. It was too obvious. Oppenheimer, just clouds.
Can't go with the obvious.
Just clouds
at all.
Man.
And if you didn't know how this award show was going to go before, you will after this category. Just letting everybody know.
I mean, I've seen the explosion. I haven't seen the film, but I've seen the explosion.
Tommy and I both, and I think we both have the same like amazing feedback for Oppenheimer, which was it's so amazing that Nolan made it look the way he did, and it's all done in camera. There's no CGI involved in these explosions that happen in this movie. So really
without using a real bomb as well.
Yeah.
But was it surprising? Did you get were you surprised there was a bomb in this film? That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't surprised there was a bomb in this film. I was surprised a non-CGI bomb looked this good in a film like this in 2023. Like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, so that's why
IMAX as well.
That's why I wasn't I was opposed to this one winning. The IMAX thing is very problematic, isn't it? 12 people have now seen this film, and that's it. The way it was intended to.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I have not seen it the way it's intended because I did not
Yeah.
get to see it in one of these specific
That's
IMAX
right.
theaters. Yeah.
In fact, I want filmmakers to think about how do people watch my film on a plane. That's actually what they should be going for. That's cinema at its height. You know. All right. Well, the second nominee is Victor Timely being turned into spaghetti in Loki season 2. See, the problem is Tommy and Rebecca have not seen Loki season 2. This was just surprising. This is like not Oppenheimer where it's like, wow, there's a bomb. This is like if it was Oppenheimer and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, why are there candy canes like just like flying at my face? Like that's what's going on. And so that's what this scene is here. But it's not going to make for a very good conversation because Tommy and Rebecca have not seen it.
We have nothing to speak to. We don't.
But you know what? The winner affected all of us. Everyone here, all three of us, everyone in the comments. In fact, it just affected the whole world. And it is Britney Spears' memoir on the relationship with Justin Timberlake. Explosive. Absolutely blew up.
It was a moment. It was a moment.
It's not only just a moment. That moment is continuing now. I still see memes in my Facebook feed about Justin now doesn't give a beep or whatever about what Britney says and this and that. You know, it's just it's going on. It's ongoing. That dust cloud is still hitting me every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Late entry, but a strong entry. All right.
We're shocking people in the comments on this one. And I warned you. I warned you all. This is how
Are they
I'll
angry?
tell you how much sleep I've lost this week. When I learned that we was going to have a category about explosions in 2023, the year Oppenheimer came out, Britney Spears' memoir beat it. I can't.
No. All right. Let's move on to the next. Hi everyone. I hope you're enjoying this video from us at The Companion. We're a pretty new YouTube channel, and I notice in our analytics that only 15% of the people who watch our videos are actually subscribed. The bigger the community gets, the more guests we're able to bring in. So I'd love to ask you one small favor.
The things will not calm down Danny Jackson. They will, in fact, calm up award, which is great. I think there's something about seeing these like funny titles just in the gold writing and like stuff like that, where it feels like it should be taken a lot more seriously than we have.
We're taking this seriously. We're taking this seriously.
We are. Yeah.
We all wore bow ties, okay? So
Yeah.
That's very
serious.
I don't wear a tuxedo for no reason. Okay.
But yeah, this is the award for the most sphincter clinching moment of 2023, which is the actual definition of the category. So
that's right. It's like you go into the cinema and you just start sweat, like your legs muscles are just so getting tenser and tenser that you start sweating by the time you leave the cinema, or you're at home and you're with your loved one and you're just grabbing them tighter and tighter until, you know, it's Netflix and tight, not Netflix and chill. It's like the opposite of that. Jeez. Okay. We should get to the nominations. Sorry.
Yeah, we should.
This is one of the most intense ones for us as well, for a very challenging reason.
So go ahead, Rebecca. What your nomination is? Beef.
Tell all three of us have different nominees, and I chose Beef, which came out in April, because I don't know what I was expecting out of that show. This giant fight that started because of a parking lot tiff that goes into this by the end of the last episode, wild and crazy in the desert moment that happens in Beef. And I won't tell you any more than that because you should just watch it. It's getting a lot of award, Golden Globe awards, everything like that. Everybody's acknowledging it as pretty amazing limited series. But if you think you know where that show is going to go, you don't. You just don't. And it gets wilder and wilder as it goes on. So that's my choice. But nobody else had seen Beef but me, right? Like we all have our little thing that we watched. So yeah,
that's right. And so my nomination, The Bear, specifically season 2, episode 6, and to be honest, even the pilot episode, you know, that was really, really intense too. So if anyone has or hasn't seen the Bear, absolutely incredible. And you just see this kind of family it's like every other family, and it has its problems, and yet the intensity just increases and increases, and you think, stop, why are you saying that, why are you doing that, why don't you just do the thing? And when I started watching Beef, I keep saying Beef now.
You just got to watch Beef now,
Yeah.
Lawrence. That's all there is.
I do. Asians as well. Geez, Chinese New Year. Gosh. When I started watching The Bear, I think I watched the first episode at night, and I remember thinking to myself, you cannot watch this show at night ever again because you will not be able to sleep. So I had to watch everything like on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, giving myself enough time to kind of calm down, because that's how intense it was. That was that. Yeah. And our kind of last nomination is Succession, and that's Tommy's nomination. So Tommy, why don't you tell us about what you think is the kind of most memorable?
Yeah, the thing I struggled most with in this category was which moment from Succession season 4 should be nominated for this award, because there's at least 3 major ones in the final season. But I thought, okay, let's just go with like the last moment, because I mean, in a way, the whole show, all 4 seasons are about who is going to succeed this company, and it finally all is revealed. I won't spoil it because everyone needs to enjoy it the same way I did. I envy everyone who hasn't seen it, because I wish I could watch it again for the first time. And it was such a great crescendo of tension. And I mean, this show is one of the greatest shows of like the last decade, if not longer. It's already been spoken about up there with the likes of Sopranos and The Wire, and all these great shows, Breaking Bad. But yeah, Succession was just fantastic. I think we were trying to decide how to choose a winner for this, because well, we've only seen our shows out of the 3 that we nominated.
Right.
We was like, well, let's take a look at the Emmys and see how they awarded things. And Succession basically won every award in the best drama categories. The Bear basically won every award in best comedy series categories, and Beef won every award in best limited series categories. Yeah. So we've got no idea how to decide a winner here.
That's right. So Beef had 5 awards, The Bear 6, Succession 6. And I didn't actually analyze it too much, but Beef might have even just won all of the limited, series awards that were available.
It pretty much did, yeah.
So we're gonna leave this up to a companion's choice. If you're watching this and you've seen them and you want to fight for your favorite, please do so in the comments or on Discord, or maybe this is just one where they all tie. And what a year!
If you haven't seen these, we all highly recommend. Each of us recommends a different one, but you should watch all of them. The Bear and Succession have both been on my list for a really, really long time. It's just like finding time to watch everything you want to watch. Basically,
I think Beef will be next for me. I keep saying it, so subliminally, it's like, it's just
got to do it.
Yeah.
Lawrence, the thing about Succession is that it's ended and it wasn't cancelled, and it wasn't like forced to go on too long or forced to end a bit early. Like the showrunner was like, no, this is how long it's going to be, and he made it that long, and it's finished, so you can see all of it now and you can binge it, and yeah, highly recommend.
I do have to say at this point, the comments people are finally noticing our titles underneath.
Oh yes, that's right. We are all award winners. That is the reason why we are hosting the Companion Awards.
That's what qualifies us. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. So so if you've won an award, maybe you can join the next Companion Awards and host as well. As well.
There you go.
All right, next category. This is the Daniel's Jacked Son Award. It goes to the actor with the biggest transformation in getting jacked up son in 2023. It's inspired not only by the evolution of Daniel's character, his muscly evolution, I should add, throughout the series of Stargate, but also inspired by every companion event where Michael Shanks basically appears sleeveless.
And that is every companion event that he's
which is every companion event. Yeah. Okay. And the first nomination is the transformation of Alan Richardson from season 1 to season 2 in Reacher.
That's intense. That picture.
He's pretty buff, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty buff.
Yeah.
He was already pretty buff, right? He just got buffer.
Yeah. He I think he put on 30 pounds for Reacher season 1, and then he had to put on an additional I think he only put on like 5 or 6 more pounds. But that it's pretty tough when you're like this and you're trying to put on another 5 or 6 pounds for the second season. This is on his Instagram.
Or even putting on a shirt at that point. Like how do you I don't know. It's intense. That's
I
intense.
mean, do you put on a shirt when you look like this? 'Cause
Probably not.
I probably wouldn't,
Probably not.
you know. But maybe we'll have him on one day on the companion and we can ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sorry, Alan, you did not win.
No.
There are other people on this list, like Amelia Clark's arm. That hit my timeline hard. That hit my yeah. Lots of people didn't
Really
love
good
the
at arm
show.
wrestling.
That's fine with it. Yeah. Some people talked about the CGI, being not invested into heavily enough, let's say, something like that. But I don't know. I would like that arm. Anyway.
Just that arm.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hope to have them on both my arms, but
I was about to say,
Right,
just
right.
the
I
one
only
is
had
the
one
world.
arm, and I
Yeah.
guess you got to take what you.
You'd swim in circles.
I mean, she is marveling at her arm, though. You know
Oh
what I
my
mean?
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's like,
Thanks,
sexy time,
Lawrence.
sexy time. All right, Zac Efron. He's
Yeah.
getting huge for Iron Claw right now.
That one hit my timeline pretty hard. Lots of
We thought
commentary on
this
Zac
was the one
Efron.
that was going to win, right? It was like when we came up with the Daniel Jackson Award, it was like, well, it's
Mhm.
got to be Zac Efron and Iron Claw, and very relevant how it's like kind of being out and promoted right now, right?
Yeah.
Anyone seen Iron Claw? Tommy, have you seen it yet?
Not yet. No, it's only just come out over here. So I'll
Yeah.
see it next week,
Same thing with
hopefully.
us. Yeah. All right, and then Godzilla. Godzilla nominated. He never misses leg day. Look at those legs. Look at those. I did leg day today. It was tough.
Nice.
Yeah.
Usually, if people have got massive arms and tiny legs, and Godzilla just skipped over that memo and just is doing his own thing.
Yeah, he's the opposite of every 20-year-old boy in college.
Mhm.
Yeah. That only does chest. But Godzilla don't skip no chest day either. I mean, look at his chest
Agree.
muscles.
Yeah.
They're Alan Richson style.
They are.
Yeah,
Also unable to wear a shirt, so.
he's never even worn a shirt. So
No.
so now we know. Now we have the answer.
Yep.
And I think the winner's the
Yep.
next one, right? The winner
The
goes
winner is the
to
next one.
it's Jeremy Allen White. Laying down, pants down. New York. Why are you on a rooftop in New York City
With your pants down.
with your pants down? Hit my timeline hard. I love this commercial.
The commercial
hit me-
did, and then you see this picture. This picture in and of itself is
It
like
hit me so hard. It was even on LinkedIn. It was like a business thing. It wasn't just like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. It's like, nah, we gotta actually share this on LinkedIn now too. That's how hardcore it goes.
yeah. My college roomie who's visiting me made a really good point of like, why even have the pants at that point?
The jeans, you mean?
Yeah. Why even have them like in this picture? It's so weird that they're like just pulled down, but just still there. It's kind of
Look,
weird.
being a pretty buff guy myself, this is what happened. All right. It's you go out to a late party, yeah, it's getting a little sweaty, so you gotta take your shirt off, right? Okay, so now we got a theme, we know Alan Richson, Godzilla, they all get it. Shirts coming off. And then, it's like 6 a.m. and you find yourself on a rooftop because you're trying to see sunrise, right? But you're kind of hungover, to be honest. And so you fall over and, your pants are kind of just sliding down a little bit. I have a feeling he didn't unbutton his jeans, okay? They're just sliding because people like us are so slim. We need belts to hold things up. So sometimes, you lose your belt, start slipping down, and you're just kind of climbing across that New York rooftop. I'm just too tired. Underwear down.
Underwear down.
That's what happened.
You really thought a lot about this.
Yeah. He's Jeremy Allen White's my spirit animal. He's the bear. All right. Next category. Let's do it.
All right. This category is the Janet Fraser Heroes Part 2 award, and it goes to the film or show or other that has the best twist reveal and is sort of that thing you don't want to watch again, but you do, but you don't, but you do,
And you don't, but you
and you
do.
don't.
And you like talking about it, but you're
Yep.
not sure if you want to watch it again.
Yep.
And then you maybe watch that clip on YouTube,
Yep.
but you may not want to either.
Yep. That's what this one is. Yep.
It's kind of like our audio article around Heroes Part 1 and 2 and Janet Fraser. Just no one wants to listen to it.
No,
But I think you should. But you don't want to.
but you do.
Okay. But you do. You should.
You do.
Yeah. All right. And the first nomination, to be honest, it's just getting hotter and hotter. I kind of think this should win. But anyway, we voted on it in the past.
Until tomorrow,
Until tomorrow. And the first nomination goes to Taylor Swift for becoming the most important fan in NFL history, ushering in a new generation of viewers. Could you expect that? Do you expect that twist? Sorry, this category is actually about a twist. The biggest twist of 2023. That's actually what it's about.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. I don't think anyone saw this coming.
No.
When Taylor Swift was making $5 billion on her Eras World Tour, I don't think the NFL was on anyone's brain.
Nope. No.
Did you know Taylor Swift has a whole branch of economics called Swiftonomics? And in Swiftonomics, Taylor Swift has single-handedly increased, this is an actual fact, viewership in the NFL by 29%. It's already like America's most watched show. Like not just sporting event, show. And yeah, another 29%. I was telling Tommy and Rebecca that there are brands this year, beauty brands, makeup brands, female-only brands that are advertising in the Super Bowl. And that has never happened before. This is the first time. And that is Taylor Swift and her impact on 2023. That twist I did not think would happen.
I never saw that coming.
The Athletic, a paid-for companion-like subscription, in-depth journalism. They got a freaking Taylor Swift flight tracker. How is she going to make it to the Super Bowl tomorrow?
That is wild.
It's wild. Absolutely wild. All right. Second nomination. Second nomination is finding out Victoria Beckham is actually from a working class family in the Netflix documentary Beckham. I didn't know that. I always thought she was
Spice. How could she be working class?
That's right. Posh Spice. But apparently she's working class.
According to her, to be fair.
Yeah.
To no one else.
What did her father drive, Tommy?
A Rolls Royce.
A
Every
Rolls
day
Royce,
she got
that's
driven
right.
to school in a Rolls Royce.
That's right.
The
That's
most
right.
working class vehicle of all.
That meme still hits my feeds as well.
For all of you other non-UK viewers, I had no idea this was a thing either.
Rebecca had no idea. I'm pretty
something to make it
sure
over here.
Rebecca is the anomaly in every American because you all love the Royals. You knew about this. I guess David Beckham and Victoria Beckham are not necessarily Royals, but okay. Anyway,
In my house,
I got
they are.
nothing.
they certainly are. They certainly are. Okay. The winner, Barbenheimer. I don't think it's a little old, but for like an entire month, I think that's all we were talking about.
It was like solidly in the middle of last year, like June, July.
Yeah. Well, it first kind of like had that controversy, right? That's kind of what I mean, where, oh, the same release date and Christopher Nolan getting really mad and will they move this and will they do that? And then you had to watch both films on the same day.
I did.
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Genius marketing, to be honest. It was like really, really clever. They just navigated that.
And here's the thing, you can watch them in any order, but do you think Barbenheimer, they wanted you to watch, Barbie first and then Oppenheimer? Or do you think it's just convenience?
I think it just Barbie, or it doesn't sound the same.
Portmanteau just works better the other way.
Yeah. And that was the big debate though, because everybody was saying, watch Oppenheimer first, because then you can cleanse your palate with Barbie. But like I was more emotionally wrecked after watching Barbie than I was Oppenheimer. So yeah, that was a twist for sure. Did not expect that. Was
Yeah.
not expecting that outcome at all.
Do you reckon people are watching Barbenheimer on a flight, a long haul flight, and Christopher Nolan should really seriously rethink how people experience his films?
I mean, maybe.
Interesting. All right, our last category.
The Wee Baby Turtles Award, which goes to the best animal or non-human performance in 2023.
So many good performances. So many good performances. You know, just why have the humans? We don't need them. You know, Babe. You don't want to Paddington. You don't want a human playing Paddington. It'd be crazy. Are there movies where like humans actually play the animals, or like humans playing robots? I guess there's humans playing robots. The Terminator. Well, he's from the future, so it's a robot. But
I think the version of Cats that came out recently was a little close, and it freaked everybody out.
Good point. Yeah,
they didn't do that after that. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So the first nominee, second time nominee of the Companion Awards, big deal. Godzilla. Godzilla making another appearance. You know, he was in both a film and a TV series, Godzilla -1 and Monarch. You know, this year.
Another twist, if you have not seen Godzilla -1, you will also weep after that movie. I'm just warning everybody. I cried like a baby.
You've mentioned this multiple times.
I know. It really affected me. It really affected me.
It's actually quite hard to watch it here in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I cry at every film anyway, so it wouldn't surprise me. I've cried at music videos. And I've cried at adverts, you know, in public sometimes. It's the whole thing.
All right. The second nominee goes to Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear, you know, just earlier in the year, I guess, you know, just really setting off 2023, you know, with a good momentum for Year of Animals. You know, that's really what I thought. And the incredible
method acting.
Yeah. I mean, you know, imagine needing to do cocaine before every scene. Just incredible. What a performance. What a performance. Rocket also nominated. Gritty performance in you know, Volume 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. Is he like the new star of the MCU? He's like the new Iron Man, isn't he?
I mean, I would accept that.
Yeah, just great. No, Tommy's been silent. No, not into it.
No, I don't want to spoil the end of the film, but there's a couple of reasons why I think probably not. But
yeah, the raccoon's acting was just problematic. I hear you. I hear you. Harsh. All right, and the winner of our last category, and of the Wee Baby Turtles Award, it goes to Lila 89Q12 for her leadership and her heart, and just bringing all of the furry friends together. You know, in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. If you haven't seen it, we're not going to spoil too much for you, but she's the star of the show, star of the film.
Voiced by Linda Cardellini, I believe, as well. Who was Velma in the Scooby-Doo movies. Also has another role in the MCU, actually. I think it's
Hawkeye's wife,
right?
Yeah. All right, and I don't know how to say this properly, but you know, with every award show, what is it called when you know?
Every award show has an in memoriam. In
memoriam, that's right. And so, so yes, this is a spoiler warning. Drop off right now. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds, or mute. No. You have to drop off. You have to drop out. Yeah.
Seconds,
come back after 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're gone. Spoiler warning. Done.
We could have put more in there, but we don't want to spoil that much for you guys. Sorry.
It was already a lot. That was
There's a lot of
already
spoils. So
emotionally.
yeah.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. Have you been losing people?
First
Rebecca?
award show.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Should we? Is there some sounds? Is it? We've done it. We've done
There is.
the.
Hold on. Here's the.
Hey.
Excellent job with the awards. That's it. Have a good evening, everyone, at the Companion Awards. The show's actually not done, so don't leave.
Yeah. Don't actually leave.
Don't actually
everybody.
leave, but just for everyone else, who doesn't understand how the Companion works. Although people have been leaving.
Yeah.
It's all right.
We're still
Late for
holding pretty
people.
strong though.
Yeah.
The OGs are all still in there. So
The non-OGs are like, what the hell is this? This is
Yeah.
this is the most insane thing I've ever seen.
Where's Red Rat?
I did see one departure announcement earlier, but that was pretty funny. But
Okay.
they
Like
really were not happy with our choices. So
and that's why they left. I'm disgusted.
yes.
I am disgusted. Yeah.
Yeah.
The committee is tough. The committee is tough. It's
Yep.
a tough committee. All right. So I think we're moving on to our mailbag, right? People have been
Yes.
sending in questions.
We have questions to answer.
Yeah, Instagram, some through email. Yeah, so let's get to them. Let's get to our final mailbag. And then also, Rebecca, if there's anyone asking questions in the comments, we'll ignore them. Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, okay, you're too late. All right, first question: if you could marry one person from the Stargate franchise, who would it be? And I looked at this question and I thought, let's spice it up a little bit because I don't want everyone just to say Jack or Sam. Although I know that's not what Rebecca would have said.
You know my answer. Yeah.
Who would you have said, Rebecca? Who was actually the right
I said
person?
I would marry Walter. Solid guy. He never goes off world. He's always going to be there at home. It's just it's a lot less drama. So I go with Walter.
Yeah. All right. But of these five, then who are you gonna be?
I'm gonna just pick the replicator. The replicator. Yeah.
Replicator. You're just gonna marry like a robot?
Well, look at your other options there. I mean,
can't talk to you. It's kind of annoying.
I was actually going to say the same thing because I think Louis Theroux would make a documentary about me if I married a robot.
Yeah, the replicator. It will grow on you. See what I did there? See what I did there? I am a genius. Okay, all right. Next question. This one's from Sylvia Bugn. Bang. Kind of a weird screen name. Sylvia Bugn. See Lavia Abgin. Okay, I'm just kidding. Which fictional characters from any universe would you pick to assemble your own Stargate team?
Oh, I was going to prepare an answer for this and I forgot. It's going to be off the cuff.
I have actually prepared all of my answers. All right, here's my thought. You guys ready?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have like a Daniel character, and I'm starting with Daniel because he is Stargate, isn't he? The believer from the very beginning. Languages. So I'm thinking C-3PO.
Oh, that's a great
kind
shout.
of like a superior Daniel Jackson in some ways. Although his languages would be from like a galaxy far away and a long time ago, so it might not even be relevant these days.
Well, so is Pegasus. That's a galaxy far away, and that was a long time ago.
That's a good point. I thought of a couple of others, but I think that was the one. Now, Jack is next. Okay, a leader. So I thought Optimus Prime.
He's not getting through that gate.
I mean, he can go, and then people can get in the back, and then he just drives people through the whole team.
All right.
I think he'd be a great leader for Stargate. And then I've got a Sam, right? You need to have a Sam character, smart. I don't think I actually chose this person female wise because Sam is female, but I did choose a female. And it's all about science. And like, if you're in a jam, you need someone with the brains to get you out of the situation. So I went with Shuri from the MCU. I feel like a very good
Great
equivalent.
answer.
Shuri.
I could dig that one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then my answer for the Teal'c character, the Muscle. That was a tough one. That was a lot of research. None of the nominees. I didn't give it to any of them.
It's not Jeremy Allen White.
It's not Jeremy Allen White. We don't need anyone lying down on a mission. Okay. I went with the monster from Frankenstein.
Oh, nice.
I went classic. The OG sci-fi character.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally the original, the original Teal'c. You guys think of anyone else? You just choose all 4 Ninja Turtles. That's like the other way of going.
Oh yeah, done.
I didn't choose all 4 Ninja Turtles. I chose all 4 Golden Girls for my team. Thank you very much.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
All 4 Golden Girls.
You can nag the aliens to death. Yeah, they would be very good in Triad.
They would be.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Sylvia Bugin, for that. Next question. Casualty Sandra, golf tournament. O'Neill versus Shepard. Who wins?
O'Neill wins.
Why?
He's retired, so he plays more. He's handicapped slower now, I reckon.
Rebecca, what do you think?
I mean, I'm going to go with O'Neill anyway, because I'm more of an SG1 than an Atlantis fan.
Oh, right. Just like the show. It has nothing to do with the skill.
No, it really doesn't.
No rational, logical reason. All right, so I thought about this. I prepared. Jack is actually 2 inches taller than Shepard, which gives him actually a lot more leverage, for the long ball, when he's just bombing those things away. With that being said, in golf, it's all about hip mobility, shoulder and hip mobility and waist and core mobility. And I think Jack being retired, he's just going to have less mobility. And so because of that, in addition to, I bet he gets more reps, on Atlantis, because he's just like wailing those balls, off the side of Atlantis. So he's just got a lot more practice in.
That is a fair point, because O'Neill in Window of Opportunity, doesn't he slice it pretty bad when he's
it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And in real life, it was really bad, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Shepard. That was my thing. Nothing to do with Atlantis. It was just all sports analysis. You can tell how much I prepared this week.
I think if they're playing with handicaps, I think Shepard would take it. But I think if they're playing off scratch, I've got to give it to O'Neill. I think he's going to win.
O'Neill, I guess the question is peak O'Neill or peak Shepard too, because maybe Shepard didn't even hit his like golf peak. You know what I mean? We don't actually know.
I reckon retirement O'Neill is peak O'Neill with golf. That's a game where getting your 10,000 hours in.
That's when you become peak, right? Like unless you're
but then you just like lose hip mobility. Like you need it. You really need it. Okay. Anyway, I didn't expect this question to have such a debate. We'll agree to disagree. Okay. Next question. This is Gems inspired by Gemma. Would you rather spend 1 month completely alone or 1 month surrounded by these people constantly? Zapakna, incredibly annoying. I don't know if you remember him, just in Stargate. He was also in that Triad episode. I can't remember what the episode was called. Just super annoying dude. Also, Reddit believes he's one of the most annoying characters.
He is pretty annoying.
Teenager Ryak, not the kid. I like the kid Ryak, but teenager Ryak, where you're just complaining about everything. I guess it's just any teenager. So you're going to have to spend it. Kavanaugh, also annoying. You look at his face, you want to punch it. Kinsey, the classic bureaucratic person that, if you're on a desert island or you're in a hotel, resort and you're stuck with this guy, you just say, I don't think so. And Lucius Lavin, but without the girls. Lucius Lavin just by himself, talking at you all the time, 1 month constantly.
I have a fairly scientific answer for that question.
Yes.
Which is, I have spent 2 weeks alone with COVID multiple times. Yeah. So I feel pretty confident I could make it a month alone. Yeah.
I don't think it's rather spend a year alone than a month with any one of those people. So that's my answer.
Interesting. Okay. I hear you. Maybe I made it too. Maybe made
It
it
also
too
doesn't
known.
dictate what you could do to the other people that you're stuck with for a whole month. Like,
I was going to say you're actually stuck in a Cancun resort, all expenses paid. Okay, so food isn't an issue. You don't need a scientist to get out of any trouble. So at least with like 5 of you, 5 of those guys with you, you can play 3-on-3 game of basketball or something. There's like stuff to do. You're not like on a desert island and you're gonna die or anything like that. Or do you like go to a resort and you're just by yourself doing random stuff by yourself like that kind
yeah,
of thing.
that sounds wonderful, actually.
Wow, that's sad. Okay. All right. So we got to another question. This is from Beth, and she asks, "Who would Teal'c cosplay at Comic-Con?"
That's a good question.
It's a good
I like
question.
it.
Good question. Who would Teal'c? This is actually
Private
one that
investigator, right?
he would, or fireman.
Or fireman.
Or anybody from Star Wars, because he loves
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
He's seen it, what, 8 times?
9.
9 times.
So I thought about this a lot. This was actually, I had to go really, really deep into the psychology of Teal'c, because it's not like who would he like to cosplay as that. It's like, who would he actually choose? You know how Teal'c always gets things kind of wrong, like in a phrase or a "things will not calm down, they will calm up" kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, if Jack was saying, "Hey Teal'c, this Saturday we're going to Comic-Con, cosplay," and he'll ask O'Neill, "What is a cosplay?" Right? Like, oh, you dress up as someone. It's like, anyone? Yeah, I dress up as someone like you really like, or it's like a hero of yours, like that kind of thing. So I think Teal'c would actually dress up as Daniel Jackson.
Oh,
And he would dress up as Daniel Jackson in a universe in which Daniel Jackson is not actually famous. It is just like an unknown archaeologist. Yeah. So he will go as a normal person, and they'll all show up at Comic-Con, and he's got these glasses on and maybe it's like some, parted hair. And like, who are you? And he's like, I'm here as Daniel Jackson. I think that's actually
a great answer.
That's adorable. It's adorable. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Next question. If you were selected to be first prime, which Goa'uld would be your preferred false god?
No question.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Ball. Hands down.
Ball.
Ball.
What is it about Ball? You like tricking people? Just running companies and
You can just ask everybody in the comments why Ball. I'm sure they'll back me up on that.
Interesting. Okay. You got a false god system lord in mind, in your heart, Tommy?
I want to say Apophis just because I like Peter Williams. Can I say that?
They hung out at Basingstoke, apparently. All right. Well, I went with a weird one. I went with Kronos, but I'm only and it's not even that popular of a system lord. But I'm assuming he would have run his galaxy, I guess, or whatever he was running, in the Greek lifestyle. And I think I would actually really like that. Lots of sun. Think about it though. I'm the first prime, right? I'm not like just like a slave in this world. I'm the first prime. So, I'll probably have the girls. I'll have the food. I'll have the sun. I get to kill people, all that kind of stuff. Great.
All that great stuff.
Everything I want to do on a Saturday. Yeah. Okay, Laura.
I got a whole army in the comments. I told you.
Oh boy. Laura asked, Captain Carter or Major Carter or Dr. Carter or Lieutenant Colonel Carter or Colonel Carter or General Carter. Sorry, there's a lot of Carters there. Yes, and we all know she is a general. That is fact. Yes.
Yep.
In fact,
I think my answer is obvious because it's my screen name on TikTok. So General Carter.
General Carter. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So I went with Dr. Carter. I can't even speak. Dr. Carter. I think it's because if I had if I had to choose, and we're putting some romance into this, okay, so don't make it sound weird, but okay. I guess I just made it weird.
You just made it weird.
I just had to call Amanda on Wednesday. A little weird. Okay. So not you, Amanda. Sam Carter. Totally different. General Carter would be a little old, you know. If we had to get married, you know, it's not like I have anything wrong with an older woman, but she will just be older, just by the nature of, you know, whether being a colonel or major or something. So then I started thinking, okay, then really do I want a military, you know, kind of spouse, or someone else? And I thought, you know, as a doctor, she'd probably make a lot more money. I wouldn't have to work as hard. And I'm going to try to choose like slightly young in your prime or right before your prime doctor. So you're like 28, 29 kind of thing. You're not going to go off world. Like, I don't know you're going off world. She's like, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, you're just gone for like, you know, a couple of months, or, whoa, you're gone for 99 days. What happened to my wife? Presuming she's interested in me as well. So anyway, I'm going with Dr. Carter. Anyway, there's a lot of assumptions, here, but that's what I went for. Hope you're happy, Laura, for making meetings with Amanda weird in the future. Okay. We're kind of going along a little bit, so I'm going to skip through a couple of other questions. We'll ask them next time. How's that feel, Rebecca and Tommy?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I've got two questions. I got one for Tommy. Okay, Tommy, it's a 30-second MMA fight with peak champion Brock Lesnar, UFC at the time, which, by the way, he only made $650,000 at the time, right? So it's not very much money. So presuming he really needs this $30 million purse. Brock Lesnar starts with $30 million, and every second you survive in the octagon with him, you will take $1 million from Brock's purse. Okay. So, you know, Brock Lesnar in the beginning at 30 seconds has 30 million, but 1 second past, he only has 29, 28. You are literally taking money away from one of the scariest men on earth at the time. You will have 30 days to train, and you will only receive money after the first 5 seconds. Would you even be willing to take this fight?
Of course I would take the fight. Yeah, for sure.
Are you sure? Because like he could kill you in 5 seconds.
I'm spending every second of those 30 days practicing short distance sprints in an octagon sized, you know, shape.
You know, because we all
reckon I can avoid him. I think for a good 10 seconds.
I don't think you can do 10 seconds.
And then
10 seconds is so long.
Seconds. He's a big guy. He's a big guy.
I think you're just trying to get the 5 seconds to get the first 5 million before he like permanently damages you.
Mara brings up a good point.
Yeah.
I don't even think you should be working on running. You should be working like squirreling. Like he's coming at you, and you're like,
one punch and I'm in trouble for real.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Anything. He grabs you, grabs your hair, pushes you down. Whatever it is, it's over. You know.
If he grabs my hair, I could get a little. He'd have to stand. The ref would push him aside for a minute because that's an illegal move. So that would buy me some time. So maybe I'll grow my hair out as much as possible in 30 days.
Just anything. You trip. You running around and you trip. That's bad. That would be bad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last question. It's for Rebecca. Assume you have a pilot's license and you have flown a plane. Assume you've gone through an astronaut's training and you have gone to space. You're exposed to cosmic rays, and when back on Earth, all of a sudden you can fly. Oh, that's weird. Just wondering if you consider that a superpower or not.
If anybody was in that trivia contest, there's a reason for this question.
I mean, look, I get that if I said, hey, if you can turn invisible, would that be a superpower? Definitely. But I also think if you could fly, you know, without a plane or without a spaceship, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a superpower, right?
You know
what do you
think? I don't even need to answer it. Zelda answered it for me. Already super.
No, Zelda. That's not the right answer. There is a right answer. That was not it. That was not it. Come on, Rebecca, answer it.
Well, now I can't, because now you're like.
All right. Laura asks, anything new coming up with a companion? No. This is it. Thanks, guys.
Hope you enjoyed this, because no. This is it.
This is it. Was I supposed to? I missed the title cards, wasn't I? I was supposed to say things to make you go, huh? We messed
Yeah.
that one up.
That's the running gag at this point. I feel like that one always gets missed, and Tommy probably still needs to just play it or something.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This
Oh,
guy.
we did have a question on the favorite episode. Anyway, we'll skip that. All right. So, yeah, we do have some stuff coming up. The first thing we have coming up, we don't have a date yet, but Terrell Rothery, Janet Fraser will be joining the companion for the first time.
Yep.
First time ever.
Yep.
Rebecca, I need some like cheering.
Oh, hold
I
on.
need a cheering
I got to
sound.
get out of the comments and over to the applause.
Come on. There you go. Yeah, I think what we're gonna have her do is kind of like continue this embracing mental health kind of series that we have going on.
Mhm.
The early discussions with her is around the importance of mental health and also meditation and breathing and that kind of thing. And Rebecca, you did a class with her, right?
Yeah, I took a class last Wednesday. Some
Yeah.
other companions were actually there too, and it was lovely. It was a whole hour of meditation class. And I spoke with her yesterday evening, and she's super excited about coming in and talking to you companions about it as well. So yeah, a live stream and then probably like a meditation class afterwards.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
That's lovely. We're going to be at the Follow the Yellow Gate Road in Lincoln in the United Kingdom, a smaller Comic-Con, not Comic-Con, a convention put on by Mama Knock. She's in here today as well in the comments.
She is in the comments.
If you're in the UK and you want to hang out with Tommy and myself, now that you know how handsome we are in our tuxedos, I don't think we're going to be wearing tuxedos though at the
Probably not.
convention.
No.
But you should go. You should go and hang out with us. Rainbow will be there, so I'm sure we'll all be hanging out. Tommy and Rainbow, friendly friends. I don't know, they're friends, friendly with each other. We'll be going to Basingstoke as well. Lots of people going to Basingstoke.
Woo!
Woohoo! And so, yeah, you know what? I'll talk about Basingstoke a little bit, which is, if you are a companion member, if you're a companion member already, a paid member, that is, you will get a £50 voucher that you can put towards any photo or any autograph at Basingstoke Comic-Con. That is what the deal that we have put together between us and Jane. So sorry, I thought you were going to do some more applause, Rebecca.
I'm sorry, I was back on the comments again. It's hard to
threw me.
back and forth.
Or people don't like it, or people don't want it. Maybe they don't want the £50 towards an autograph or a photo. So basically, you want an autograph with Brad Wright? Sorted. You want an autograph with Joe Flanagan? Sorted. It's all sorted. Okay. Well, how does that work? If you have not bought a ticket yet and you are a companion member, we will be sending you in an email, not tonight, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's a Super Bowl, Taylor Swift. We talked about that. Probably not even next week, as Basingstoke's like, a little while away. So you can either email us first, but basically we will email you a private kind of discount code, and you just put that into checkout at the Basingstoke website, and they'll mark your name down, and you'll be able to get that voucher. If you're already a companion member and you have already bought your Basingstoke ticket, no problem. You just fill out that Excel spreadsheet that's in the Discord, okay? And then let us know if you bought a ticket or not, and we will then send that entire list to Basingstoke Comic-Con, so you'll be able to get that £50 voucher. So don't worry, you don't have to like rebuy anything or get a refund or anything like that. You'll just get that automatically applied. And that is one reason why you should join the companion as a member, because basically your membership has already been paid for. Yeah, if you're able to go to Comic-Con and take advantage of this. And also, speaking of member benefits, paid members, if you haven't used it already, you still got $10 as a voucher in our merch store. So you go ahead and use that. And, I get it. Some people can't become a paid member, and that's okay. If you are wanting to join us as a free member, we've got a free newsletter. Just sign up to that, and we'll be sending you those articles that you kind of saw, or one of these kind of live streams into your inbox every single week, just to say thank you and welcome to the companion. Join the Discord. But the last thing I wanted to talk about, and we probably will need your help, is embracing mental health as a fandom.
Yes.
So yeah, I mentioned I talked to Amanda on Wednesday. It wasn't I talked to, it was Rebecca was there as well. So Rebecca and I talked to Amanda, and what a wonderful event, isn't it? What a wonderful series. Every single time I think it gets bigger and better.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, it doesn't get bigger, right? It's like less live stream people watching, but every time it gets smaller,
We're still-
but better.
It gets a little bit better.
Statistically, that's not true. We've been thinking about ways to expand the format, not just getting necessarily, say, a Terrell involved. We also know there are other franchises and other actors and actresses that are just really into supporting and embracing and uplifting and making people aware of mental health. So we're already thinking about other actors and things like that in that franchise with Amanda. But there's actually going to be a specific project that we'll be doing with Amanda on expanding the brand. And we're going to need some of your help. So we would love a 30-minute interview, conversation, brainstorming session. It could be a really, really cool community focus, community building, rallying kind of project. At least that's the thought process. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to be too prescriptive, I guess, because
Right.
we don't want to lead you down a path, but it's really exciting. And hopefully then it becomes this kind of project and campaign that goes every single year, for the next 10 years kind of thing. So that's the idea that we want it to turn into. So if you would like to help, you can just email us. It's really easy. Support at thecompanion.app, or you can email Rebecca at thecompanion.app, or anything. Our emails are pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
You can message on Discord. You can, if you DM us on Twitter, I'll reply to you in 3 weeks because I don't go on there very often. So don't do that.
Please don't do that.
No, I'm kidding. I'll check, but I don't check that often. And that's it. That's it. Embracing mental health. That's the final thing. I think that's the end of our show. Town Hall. We got the mailbag. We got the first inaugural Companion Awards, and we had all of these wonderful people. Tommy and Rebecca. Any final words?
No, thanks everyone for coming. I really, really enjoyed today's show. It was a bit of a departure and a bit different from normal, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Rebecca. Final words.
It was nice to I mean, I know we have bow ties on, but it still was nice to kind of loosen up and just have some fun with some things.
I've got my companion pin. It's really hard to see, actually.
Oh yeah,
got
I didn't
my
even notice that until just now.
Yeah, you probably just thought it was lint or
I
just
think actually your
glare.
microphone was almost right on top of it.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
I thought it was like the button hole.
It is stuck through the buttonhole, so I'm not piercing my jacket. Yeah. All right. Social hour, right? I'm probably gonna get changed. I'm not gonna lie. I probably won't. I might go to social hour shirtless, but or sleeveless, sleeveless.
Sleeveless.
Jacked, son.
The Shanks way.
Yeah, yeah. That's the link. Same social hour link that you have all been to, and then we'll drop it. Yeah, we'll drop it in somewhere below, and we'll drop it into Discord.
There's an email actually probably that went out 35 minutes ago that also has the link in it.
Yeah, usually that thing happens.
Yeah.
Some kind of automated system probably.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation of The Companion. And if you did, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, another zero-cost way to follow The Companion is by subscribing to our free newsletter. And if you do, each week we will be sending you a video, a podcast, or a live stream interview straight into your inbox. If you'd like to hang out with us directly, we also have a pretty banging community on our Discord. All of the links are in the description below. I also want to especially thank our paid members. Your membership fees have directly helped us build this platform and community. And our fundraising efforts have raised over $30,000 for charity, including food, wildfire relief, disabled children, and mental health. And finally, thank you for being a companion. Have a great week.